Okay, so we got an indigo. Right now it says it's pre-chilling. There's no ice in the bin, just one little frog. I'm actually here for maintenance, but it doesn't look like it's cooling or making ice. Definitely needs to be cleaned. So right now the compressor and the condenser fan should be running. See our contactors pulled in. I could check voltage, but I'm pretty positive it's not making good contacts. We are currently 15 minutes into the freeze. You can see ice is starting to form. So I'm thinking we just have to change this little contactor here and then do the ice machine cleaning. I'm going to take a lunch, just let it operate. And then when I come back, we'll clean up the bin and start cleaning everything. Okay, so we got a new contactor in here. This one's a 3-phase, but I just needed the 120 on the coil voltage. Because this one is 120 in the coil. You can see it's almost like there's some debris stuck in there. That side doesn't look terrible. Not too pitted. On this side, you can tell there's definitely some pitting going on in there. But I'll go ahead and test it. Like it's just a quick start issue there, so we'll go ahead and start cleaning everything. So, get the cleaner. Okay, so you just gotta follow directions. It'll tell you when to put the cleaner in, but we just want to put 3 ounces of nickel safe, nickel friendly cleaner. We'll put 3 ounces in the reservoir, and then we'll also put some in the bucket. And we'll let it do its wash cycle, and we'll disassemble everything and start cleaning it by hand. Right here. And there's 3 ounces. Tells you on the direction of each of these little columns right here, 3 ounces. Cleaning out the bin, move all the tires, and then we'll just debris. Sanitizer in here, and then wipe everything down, give it another rinse. that first batch of ice. We're still washing. And we'll start disassembling everything. So the last step is rinsing and flushing. Got 4 gallons here. 3 ounces per gallon. Basically, like almost so we're out of the wash mode. We're gonna start disassembling. This is your curtain switch. Has a little magnet here that whenever the ice drops, opens, and that's what kicks it back into the freeze mode. And then this right here is your microphone. But actually it's reading the hertz, so the sound of the water going over the ice. Once it gets to a certain frequency, it initiates harvest. But it just has 2 tabs you pull off, and then 2 tabs you pull off. But you gotta be careful with these because if you get chemicals on them, sometimes they'll act a little funky and you'll get a premature harvest. And that's how you adjust the ice thickness, is that screw right there. Here's our plate, and you got thumb screws right here. This removes the spray rail, and then there's another little spray rail back there. And then down here we've got our water pump, and then our water level probe. And you can actually unhook the wiring harness back here and here for them, and then pull them completely out up top. Once you remove the thumb screws, you've got this spray rail, which actually has a little gasket in here, so you have to just kind of pull it hard straight to you. Sometimes you have to use 2 hands, but we'll see. There it goes. The bin, it has these. This is your reservoir, I mean. That's not the bin. Just all like that. And then all that's left is the water level probe and the water pump. Which I may not be able to show, but you just unhook the harnesses and then pull them up. Okay, so I cleaned the evaporator. I've been cleaning around. A lot of this stuff is just stained from just poor water quality. So we got really bad water out here. I was wrong about the water level probe and the pump. They actually pull down once you unplug them. But, so now we're just gonna clean the stuff in the bucket. It's been soaking. Evaporator's clean, cleaned out some of this. And then we're gonna get that condenser clean too. So with this, I've just got a bunch of different types of brushes. And then it's been sitting in here, and so I'll just get the brushes and just clean off all of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll start installing them back in. These parts scrubbed up. Still working on this one. You can see I haven't done that side yet, but I just kind of want to show the difference. You're not going to be able to get everything off, but these things were definitely dirty. Okay, so I finished getting this one stopped. It cleaned up a little bit better, but a lot of stuff is just stuck. So we're going to do the reservoir pump. We'll install it. Okay, so we got the pump clean. Whenever you're cleaning this, you can just submerge this part. Just make sure you don't submerge the actual motor, because this motor is not waterproof. It will quit working. Same thing for the sensor. Don't submerge the harness. You only need to put it up to about right there, and then scrub it. Okay, so these are the parts I've been clean. Like I say, like a lot of this stuff is just stuck, and you don't want to go scratching on it too crazy because it just allows for more growth to habitat there. These things. Main thing is getting the points clean. We'll go ahead and start installing. So this feeds right up there. Clicks in like that. And we've got your plug is now right here. The other side of the plug is somewhere around here. There it is. So here's the plug. Just clips. Like so. Same thing. So make sure the pump lines up. It goes over this pipe. It's clipped in. And its wires are right here. This one, of course, goes back up here. Looks right into place. Okay, and this one is the next, the one with the thumb screws. Okay, just like that. And we're gonna wipe everything when we get done. We'll put those thumb screws in. I didn't show this one, but it actually goes right here underneath. There's a hole and there's a thumb screw right there. And then this last one just pops in right up top up here. It's got these little clips that clip into those holes. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in. So we got everything back installed. This was the one that's got a little thumb screw right there, and then that side pops out. We got all this back up. Put the two thumb screws back in here. And then now we've got our microphone. And just pop in. Okay, so we got the microphone pop back in. Always make sure that this cord isn't tangled because it'll mess with the thickness. Okay, so everything's back together up front. Also, there's a hose back here. Forgot to show it, but I did clean that hose out. Right now the reservoir is sitting because it's pretty nasty. So we're gonna rinse off the condenser and then we'll put some chemicals. But I don't have the best water pressure because I'm stealing it from this sink. Let that sit for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna rinse it until no more soap comes out, and then I'll brush it and wipe everything down. Kind of scrub this a little bit just to make it look a little better. And I wipe this all down. We're just gonna give it one last little brush. And we'll clean that reservoir and then test it, make sure it's making good ice. Okay, so we got the reservoir clean. Try to slide it out with one hand. I'm gonna try to scrub up that front, but a lot of this stuff is just really stuck to it. I feel like I should mention that most of the ice machines I work on are, if you've noticed, they're outside, and we've got really poor water quality. So a lot of this stuff, calcium or just this buildup, this algae-like buildup, it just does not come off. It doesn't matter how much you scrub it, but we're gonna turn it on, wipe down everything, clean the fin back out, and then we'll make sure it's making ice. So give it a little wipe down, rinse it off. this into our freeze. This is where it's your microphone is sensing the frequency, 120 hertz, 100 hertz. And I believe it goes up to, you'll see it jump to like 3,000, 4,000, and that's when it goes into harvest. And then we're sensing a low water level, not the high. We're already 6 minutes in, so the water is probably dropped just below the high sensor. Okay, re-clean the pen out. It's good now. So I usually let it make one batch of ice, and then I'll burn it because that one there's a chance it still has chemicals on it. So we'll burn it with the water, and then the next batch it'll be good after that. So I just went into harvest. Sorry, I won't show you that again. See that frequency? See how high it went? Just missed it, but it dropped. Pretty good bridge gap. The water is a little unclear, but it's probably because of that water filter. I don't have one to swap that. I'll have to order that. But like I said, we're going to remove this layer, and then it should be good to go after that. So this is the second batch. It's harvesting, it's about to drop. I already cleaned out the first batch or burned it. There we go. So this one is good to go. I hope y'all learned something. If you have any questions, just leave them below. But thank you for watching.